Lakers in 5.
Yeah, Lakers in 5. So the Los Angeles Lakers.
Timberwolves in 5.
Yeah, the Los Angeles Lakers and the Minnesota Timberwolves. To be quite honest, I still don't know why I picked the Lakers. I'm being brutally honest with you. I don't know why. Because you know what the funniest thing is? A week prior, I said the Wolves would make the conference finals.
Yeah.
I just forgot. Because, I didn't have time to prep for the episode, so I just did it on the fly.
Yeah.
So.
And I just rode the LA bandwagon. I rode the Shannon wave.
Yeah.
I had the Lakers going all the way to the finals.
Look, man. Look, here. We got to address an elephant in the room with this series. But before we do that, obviously, Wolves put belt to ass in Game 1. Lakers won Game 2.
Yeah.
Wolves pulled away late in Game 3. It was an amazing game by Anthony Edwards. Yeah. And then the Wolves put belt to ass in Game 4. Now, Mr. Gio.
Go.
There is one singular man in this series that is playing like absolute horse shit. He is unplayable. He's playing awful. And he's a man that you love near and dear to your heart. And it's Mr. Austin AR-15 Reeves. Now, about a week or two ago, I was hearing people all over social media. He's the best third option in the league. He's the top 20 player in the league. He's this, and that. And now Laker fans are calling for his ass to be traded.
Really?
Yeah. So, Gio, I just want to know your thoughts on this series and on the insanely poor play of Austin Reeves.
I mean, he's been okay.
I don't think he's been that bad.
He's been okay.
I think who's been worse? LeBron James.
No,
LeBron James just had a 38-point-year triple-double, and he's 40 years of age.
I don't care. The other games, though.
LeBron is not the problem.
Yikes. I think LeBron might be the problem.
LeBron is not the problem.
I'll tell you what the real problem is.
What?
The New York Knicks, because Julius Randle is not a playoff dropper. I'm sorry.
Well, okay. Relax.
He's a player.
He's proved to be wrong in these first 4 games because I thought Julius Randle was...
He's getting lucky. Look,
lucky's one game.
Listen, Minnesota has the best 8-man rotation I've probably seen so far in all of basketball because you have 3 bench guys with Nas, New Jersey, Dante, and Nikhil. They just instant impact. All 3 of them.
Just think about that.
You're starting 5.
They have Nas Reed coming off the bench.
Yeah, that's insane.
Are you kidding me?
That's insane.
Bro, I saw the Knicks bring Cameron Payne off the bench. I saw the Nuggets bring up Vlatko Chanchar off the bench. And these guys got Nas Reed. They have Dante DiVincenzo. This is ridiculous.
And Nikhil. And
it's insane.
Also, J-Mac having a great scoring year, up to 30 points. We've never seen that from him, of course. But, AE, my favorite player. I have no doubts about this man anymore.
No.
I've never had any doubts. And he's hungry. And you see it. It's literally all. And I think the rest of the team is feeding off of him.
Yeah.
And you see it. Of course, go Rudy and Conley don't fill up the box score, but it's fine. You don't need that.
Right.
You got J-Mac, you have Randall, you have AE, you got Nas, you got Dante. Mm-hmm. Also, the young guns coming up soon, hopefully next year, better with Durab and Terrence Shannon, but they'll be later on. But the guys off the bench, the 3 guys right now are very formidable for what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Look, we are witnessing something really special brewing in Minnesota. And Tim Connolly has done a picture-perfect job taking over this team and fixing it because this team looked lost about a couple years ago. You trade for Rudy Gobert, and things didn't click. And then Chris Finch sort of did some tweaking and figured things out so much so that you got Cat's value so high that you're able to get off of that contract and bring in that depth. Mm-hmm. And now you're looking at a situation where you're probably going to lose Nickeil Alexander-Walker, which is fine, but you'll get to keep Nas Reed, you'll get to pay Nas Reed, and I think Julius Randle's going to stay now. I think the way he's playing, the way he kind of fits that offense, they figured something out, having Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert work together as a front court duo, which I didn't think was going to work at all. And now they've fixed that problem. I think Rob Dillingham will eventually take the torch from Mike Conley. Yeah. And we just saw Jaden McDaniels drop 30 points in a playoff game while guarding the Lakers' best player.
This man, J-Mac, is crazy.
Also, to add insult...
That's insane. We haven't even mentioned Anthony Edwards.
He's trying to step into Kawhi territory with his 2-way player.
I think that the synopsis of what we've been saying is that the Lakers' year is supposed to be next year. A lot of us were expecting it to be this year because of how far they came out with Luka, but... when you have no center depth and you're taking Jackson Hayes after 8 minutes out of the game and you're putting DFS in and Gabe Vincent and Jay Vanderbilt, Hayes has no trust in Redick at all. Redick has no trust in Hayes at all.
No, because he stinks and he can't keep his hands to himself.
Rui had a good game yesterday, but they
What do
still
you have,
lost.
23 or
23,
something?
yeah. But
Yeah.
they still lost.
Look,
Their bench is awful.
I think the main issue here is the supposed big three that LeBron was talking about is not working because obviously I mentioned Austin Reeves is playing very underwhelming. LeBron, well, like
He's at that he's averaging like 18 points a game.
LeBron called out Luka yesterday, actually.
What did he say?
In the postgame, he said that Luka missed a point-blank layup late in the game.
well, LeBron also missed a wide open layup
Yeah.
in Game 3,
Yeah.
and Luka Doncic was getting absolutely hounded on defense by the Wolves. So
Yeah.
Nice choice of words.
yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
But
Did.
Yeah, because they're
yeah. And whatchamacallit, I do understand the philosophy of what Nico Harrison was trying to say, that defense wins championships. The trade is still stupid. But we all know that Luka Doncic is a net negative defensively. But like you couldn't just pry a few firsts for him. Like you couldn't do that.
like,
until
come on, bro.
Until Luka improves his defense.
Right.
But did you see what Perk said today about why the Lakers are losing?
What?
Because JJ Redick is an awful head coach.
Really?
Yeah. He said
Interesting.
JJ's the one to blame,
Huh.
which I don't think is true at all.
JJ Redick put out a starting lineup in the second half and did not make any substitutions. That is flagrantly bad. That is bad coaching. You cannot do that. You have a guy that's 40 years old on your roster, along with another guy that spent half the season out with a calf injury. You can't play them that whole time. I think LeBron played all 48 yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, let me see.
I'm pretty sure he played like 46 or 48 minutes.
I will
They didn't.
fact
The
check.
Lakers set a playoff record for like I think the longest time on the court for something because they didn't make a single substitution.
Him and Luka played 46.
Wow.
It's diabolical.
2 minutes.
It's
Yeah.
diabolical.
Yeah, that's actually kind of bad.
And DFS played 41.
Yeah.
Well, he's turning into Tibbs over here.
Pretty
Well, that's what happens when you have no depth.
And that's the other thing too, Gio, with Austin Reeves, is that he's not scoring it the way he was in the regular season. He's nowhere near the efficiency levels. He's turning the ball over. It's just not. It's not the Austin Reeves we saw weeks ago.
Jackson Hayes played 4 minutes last night. That's your starting center.
I mean, what do you expect him to do against Naz Reid,
Rui
Rudy Gobert,
Rui
and
played
Julius
41 too. Rui played 41 too. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's literally just 4 guys in the
right,
rotation.
well.
5. AR played 35.
What do the Lakers need to do to win? That's my question.
Nothing. It's done.
Nothing. It's over. The
Yeah.
series is over.
It's
yeah.
done. Yeah.
The series is wraps.
Next year is their time.
No, I don't even think next year is their time. This roster, I don't know if they're going to win a championship with LeBron James. They're going to really have to swindle some deals in the offseason, to be quite honest with you.
I think LeBron needs to retire, buddy. Pack it up.
No.
Pack it up, clean her up.
Yeah.
The Lakers are a good few years away from truly competing without another godsend of a move. And it really depends,
Listen, like the Lakers, you can't fill your team with a bunch of players that were what ifs on like Rui, Jackson Hayes, Alex Len,
Well, I mean,
Vanderbilt.
think about it this way, Antoine. Before the Luka trade, this team was fighting to even make the play-in.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
So, this team's not good. They just got gifted Luka Doncic, and he won them more regular season games than they would have without him. So, this season was kind of a wash, especially when the Mark Williams trade fell through. Even still, I mean, Mark Williams is a twig compared to Rudy and Julius Randle and Naz Reid, so it really wasn't going to make much of a difference. But, yeah, the Wolves are a strategically built team to beat the Denver Nuggets. And when you can beat the Denver Nuggets, you're, of course, going to beat the Los Angeles Lakers. We should have realized that. I think that's our bad.
Yeah.
So good call on that. And
Yeah.
I do think the Wolves, I like their chances against the Warriors or Rockets. I really do.
Yeah.
So
But I 100% agree. That's why I had them. I said Wolves in 6. Yeah.
you said Wolves in 7.
Oh, I did.
We all had
Okay.
7-game series.
Okay.
True.
Yeah.
So-
Well, yeah.
Man, I was close to picking the Timberwolves, but I don't know why.
When you guys said Lakers, I said you guys made an awful decision. I said there's no way Lakers are winning this series.
Yeah, you're right.
It's really, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
There's not really much you can do. So
Stephen A is crying right now because he can't go to LA anymore.
You can't.
No, because they'll be out.
LA and Miami are getting bounced in the first round.
And New York will be next round.
Poor baby.
Unless the Clippers make it, he'll be going to the Intuit Dome.
Okay. Yeah, the clip. Yeah, maybe.
I will say the Intuit Dome was bouncing.
Yes.
in Game 3.
A
They had
very
the
rocking
horse
in
heads
there.
in the walls.
Yeah.
A
for-
very
Jokic.
well built arena for what they're trying to do. I'll
But
give them that.
yeah, I guess I'll say what? LeBron James, 7 games, for shame, Wolves in 5.